Hey everyone, it's time once again to take a look at what I colored for the months of May and June 2022. And some of these colorings I did for color alongs, such as a couple for Olga Rani's channel. I did one for Lovella and Coloring Tees, monthly color along, Color Your Horde. And a couple for Kits and Caboodle's channel, her monthly alphabet color along. So um, I did those, and I'll be covering what I used, but not specific brands. If you have a question about a specific brand I used in any of these, just let me know in the comments section. I have trouble remembering, and I fail to write down what tools I used exactly, so I don't always remember what specific brand I used. But I'm pretty good with remembering what uh, tools I used in a specific coloring, just not what brand usually. This one is from Coloring by Kitty, and this is from their book, The Art of Feeling. And on this one, I used marker as a base and shaded with pastels and pencil mostly. Um, I think her part of the shading on her cheeks and eyeshadow was done with old eye makeup. This is from Color uh, Color and Craft. It's Niecy Wells is the artist, and I used markers primarily for the picture in the center. I used washi tape. This is from Mingju Sun's Ornamental Fashions, and I used markers and gel pens. And for her skin and hair, I used marker with pencils. And you might hear my stomach growling. It has a habit of doing that. This is also from Mingju Sun, and this one is from Jazz Age Fashions. And I used gouache primarily for this one. I used gel pens as accents on her dress, and pencils for her skin and hair. And this is also from Mingju Sun. This is from Oriental Fashions, or no, not or no, Kimono Fashions. And I used pencils for this and markers as a base. And this one was one of the ones I did for Olga Rani's color along fashions around the world. And this is from Deborah Muller's Artsy Girls. And on this one, I used pencils. Uh, I can't remember the brand, but like I said, I'm terrible about. I know it was mainly pencils with a little bit of gel pen, like say on the paintbrushes and stuff. And this one is also from Deborah Muller. This is from her Zendoodle Fairies, and I used watercolor as a base, and I also used neon neon pencils and metallic pencils. This is from artist Suwa. I can't remember the name of the book. It's a fashion book. I can't remember the title escapes me at the moment, but this was also done for Olga Rani's Color Along Fashions Around the World. The Look, that's what it's called, The Look. And I used watercolor primarily for this one as well. And this one is from Dorian Addict, from the Bohemian uh, edition of Coloring Heaven. And I used sepia as tone. I used a sepia watercolor as a base for the entire picture and then used pencil on top. This is from Jason Momoa from the artist's name is Campidelli. And I used, I do remember the brand. It was Prismacolor Premier. I did you and the outside the window was done with acrylic. I didn't like the original illustration there, so I changed it up a bit and covered it up with acrylic. Now, this is from Jade Summers' Greek mythology, and this is Medusa. And this was also done for Olga's Color Long, featuring illustrations of Medusa. And this was done with gouache and some pencil for details and shading. And this is also from Jade Summer. This is from Norse mythology. That's Loki. And I also used gouache for this one with metallic markers as well and metallic gel pen. And this is from Blissful Scenes 2 from Color It. And I used gouache on this one and pencils as well. In fact, the next three are also from Blissful Scenes from Color It. And I used gouache and watercolor on this one. And I also used the same mediums on the following two, watercolors and gouache. This is from Cute and Creepy from Camilla D'Arco. And this little tiki guy was also done with gouache. And the background design was done with Crayola markers. And this little ghost was done for Kits and Caboodles color along, alphabet color, featuring the letters G and H. And I did a coloring for both the G and H, and I did a little ghost. And he was done with watercolors, and the background was done with pencils. In fact, I think the brand was Goldfarber. And this is from Camilla D'Arco. And this is a genie, also done for Kits and Caboodles color along. And she was done with gouache as well. And this is my first time coloring this book. It's from Alan Roberts, um, the Beauty of Horror Christmas edition. And I did this for the Color Your Horde color along, hosted by Lovella's Coloring and T's Coloring World. And I used pencils primarily for this one, with some gel pen for the border. And this is from Deborah Muller's Artsy Girls. And I used markers primarily with pencil on top and some gel pen for accents. And the glass in her glasses was painted with metallic watercolor. And this is also from Deborah Muller's Artsy Girls. And this one was done primarily with markers. And her skin was shaded with pastels. This is from Mingju Sun. This is from Fabulous Fashions of the 1960s. And I used a base of watercolors and also shaded with pencil, and also used some markers for the designs in their clothing. And my stomach's growling again. And this is also from Mingju Sun from the 60s. Um, and I also used watercolor as a base for this one as well. And the designs on her outfit were done with markers. And her hair and skin was done with pencil. And this is from Korean Fashion Book, and I used pencils for this one. And the background was done with those multicolored pencils that you can get at Dollar General with a multicolored lead. And I used a stencil. And that's it for the last 2 months. I hope you enjoy.